Here we finally are. June, Pride Month, a time for celebration, a time for acceptance, for colourfulness, for inclusion. But for the first time in 21 years, I am feeling none of those things at the start of this Pride Month. Like so many of you, I have spent days trying to process what is going on in the world with regards to race. Trying to understand what is going on in the world with regards to race. Trying to form my response to what is going on in the world with regards to race. And I don't know how. I don't even know if I can. And I don't know why this surprises me. This is the space that I work in. I have dedicated so much of my life to striving for equality, for the right thing, for justice. So why am I shocked it's not there? Let me just say, I am not black. I am not based in the US. I have no idea what it is like to be either of those two things, and either of those two things right now. My experience here in the UK has been completely different. It has been my experience, and one that's not shared by many, if any, others. As an Indian gay male, I understand some of the challenges that people who are black are currently facing. I face prejudice, and that's not exclusively from people who aren't LGBT+ or people who are white. But I have not felt the same as what I am seeing across social media. In the same way as a gay male, I don't know what it's like to be another gay male in Iran, in Russia, in Saudi Arabia. I do not have that same fear of walking down the street doing my job or walking in a park that someone is going to call the police on me. I do not have that same frustration of having to constantly be the spokesperson for millions of people globally and provide the solutions and resources on how to combat and tackle racism. I am not tired from having to explain to children as young as 7 what they need to do if they are apprehended by the police. I am not continually exhausted of what is being levelled at me just purely because of how I look and I feel. And that's just a fraction of what I have seen across social media. I can't say anything that hasn't already been said. I don't have any extra insight or additional skills or techniques that can eradicate this hate. And I know that we exist in our echo chambers, and the people that see and react and share this message are probably going to think like I do. Think that they are good people, people who believe in truth, people who believe in honour, people who believe in justice, people who are struggling to understand that how today in 2020, this is still so bad. But no matter how heavy my heart is at this unacceptable loss of life and prejudice being faced by black people, my heart is being raised by seeing so many of you stand up and want to be allies, wanting to do something, wanting to learn more, wanting to be part of the change, wanting to be more than just not racist, but explicitly anti-racist. It gives me hope. It inspires me. I've seen my friends and connections share content and resources within yourself. And please know that for each of you that I see doing that, I know that you're on our side. And not only that, I know that that means that we have one less person that we have to fight against. One less person to exhaust ourselves to explain why this is unjust. It's a double positive. I'm seeing you share this in your workplaces, whilst teaching children either at home or at school, in your communities, in your friendship groups. And that is amazing. And those resources that you're sharing, yes, I could recommend things to you, but I think it's more pertinent that you find the things that resonate with best within yourselves, because that is how we will make this change. That is what we're going to need to do. And know that for every person that you bring along with you on that journey of allyship, our number gets greater. I know that you're all probably also deeply uncomfortable about saying the wrong thing or getting it wrong, but that's okay. Let's allow ourselves that ability right now to be slightly clumsily human, because that's better than doing nothing. We cannot do nothing anymore. We cannot allow people to die for nothing. We cannot sit in these insular tribes. We have to widen them. We have to realize it's up to all of us to start removing these divisions and start celebrating what makes each of us so special and unique in humankind. We have to learn to work with each other again, to stand behind each other again, to unite again. But this journey is not one that's going to end today or tomorrow. It is going to be a long process. We cannot forget this injustice in a month and go back to normal. We must continue to challenge these inequalities that we see. If we do this effectively, we may be able to level that change in our workplaces, in our societies, that our future generations need us to do to help create a fair and just world that we all deserve to be a part of. Thank you.